Hello Libra, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy, and I am so happy that you have joined me here for your weekly reading. This week's reading is going to be for November 3rd to the 9th. So first of all, I want to welcome each and every one of you, whether you're new or returning to the channel. I really do appreciate not only you sharing your time with me, but also sharing your energy. Thank you so very much. Now, we do have a supermoon in Taurus on November 5th, so that will be a wonderful time to release, to let go, maybe close certain things out before, of course, Mercury retrograde. We must also keep in mind that Mercury retrograde starts on the 9th of November and pretty much will see us right through to the very end, right until the 29th. So this is going to be a very constructive week. All right, Libra, let's start with gathering your angel number and the message they'd like to share with you. We'll reveal it at the end of the reading. Let's see what they would like to say. There's your number. All right, now it's time for your angel message. This is the message the angels would like to share with you prior to us getting into really the heart of the reading. So we'll see what they would like to share specifically with you, Libra. Spirit angels, guides, Libran energy, the message you would like them to know. Oh, you've got some success. Success is the key. Number 34, secret spring. How beautiful. All right, let's see what the spiritual message is that they would like to reiterate here for you. And it says, success is flowing into your life. Vitality and a glowing youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There is no need to struggle. The universe has your back. So you are entering a very successful week. Maybe that has a lot to do with the influence of the supermoon in Taurus on November 5th. It's a great time to close out some of those contracts, especially if you've been waiting on maybe some results or some confirmation. It looks like success is the key to this week's transformations. All right, now let's get your major arcana cards. So what I've done is I've pulled out of a regular tarot deck, I've pulled the 22 major arcana cards. We'll find out what your main energy is as we move through this full week of November. It really is the very first full week. And you got number 2, the priestess, the high priestess. This is sometimes can feel a little bit of a mystery. She kind of gives off that sort of air about her, but she's very intuitive. She's very deeply invested into her self-awareness, into her wisdom, into the signs. And I really do believe that if there seems to be darkness or mystery in something in your life, and maybe one of those areas of your life lies with, that success, I feel that this is going to be the week that reveals this for you. So trust in the signs, trust in the synchronicities, and certainly, trust that this priestess is very aware of everything that's going on around her. So I think that you have an enlightened sense of awareness as well. All right, we're going to now get your incoming energies, find out what else Spirit would like to share with you. All right, so Spirit angels. For Libra, incoming energies. What would you like to share? Base chakra. The base chakra is the root chakra. Okay, it's the beginning, it's the foundation, it's the stability. It's how we grow. How growth begins is at that base chakra. And you got passion ignited as well. Look at all these aces. No wonder there's success. Oh my goodness. Libra, very, very brilliant reading right now. Okay, let's start with the base chakra, number 1. Like I said, it's the root chakra. It's where we build a strong foundation. It's where we feel a sense of security and stability in our lives. And that, of course, that base chakra can be an indication of many different areas of your life. You know, it's not just about our monetary or financial successes. You know, it's about what we are building internally. It's it's a reflection of who we are as well. We're building up this base of our own strengths. Relationships as well. So there's many different facets of your life, Libra, that are showing that you are working on a solid foundation, maybe in many different areas of your life, and that with and along with this, corresponding nicely with it, is the success. So let's go on to the next one, because you've got number 17, which is hope. This is the star card, Aquarius energy. This is really, really showing that there's hope, healing. I feel like there's a lot of emotional rewards, and that could be coming from a healing standpoint as well. This is alignment. So discovering what maybe was hidden emotions are finally coming to enlightenment. And through this, a healing action takes place. And because of that, now your heart is in connection with what brings a sense of foundation in your life as well. So I feel like there's an incredible amount of alignment happening for you, Libra. And I think it's strengthening the base of your life. And this is a very successful, this is a beautiful success story. And then with the base of your reading being the passion ignited, which is like the Ace of Wands, this passion that's ignited is you wanting to step into a new experience. You're ready to step into life. There's a new sense of wonderment and adventure and excitement. It can be new people entering your life, or just you choosing to experience life. And it could be you experiencing life maybe a little bit differently. But you're experiencing it more with your emotions. So I think there's more emotions attached to your outcome because you are ready for this new adventure. And this passion ignited has a lot to do with releasing some old energy and bringing in something new. You're ready to release that new energy. All right, we're now going to get your tarot cards. So I'm going to get 3 rows. So beginning, middle, and end of week, but use your intuition to guide you through the messages. Some will be for you, maybe some won't be for you, but you'll know what to hold on to. Let's start with the first 2 cards, and then we will clarify them. So let's start with those first 2 cards here for Libra. This is for the week of November 3rd to the 9th. Ooh, they wanted you to have 2 here. This whole deck is upside down. All right, and you've come right in your own reading here, and you see that passion ignited. They're just reiterating this passion ignited and success with balance. My goodness. All right, so this here is number 8 of Swords. It's the limitations that we set upon ourselves sometimes. You know, we can do that. Of course, those become restrictions, because when we limit ourselves, we are restricting ourselves from our own success. This can be just fear-based, you know, the fears, certain things that have transpired in your life, maybe from the past. But I feel like this is a healing energy, because the Hope card being number 17, and in numerology, number 17 is the number 8. So I think that you're healing from past fears, and you're figuring out how to remove those blockages. It could be fears that, you know, you've been wanting to really build a stronger base in your life, and just the fears of knowing how to go on that path. What is it that I have to do in order to remove those restrictions? Now, with the cards underneath, these 2 wanted to come out together. Number 11, Justice, is definitely a representation of you, Libra. So it definitely can be your energy, very pronounced here. The Sun behind here shows positive outcomes, positive conclusions and resolutions, with fairness, diplomacy, balance, truth, harmony. And it has something to do with that passion ignited. There's a new venture, and I do feel like there's a chapter that's closing out in your life. Maybe a chapter that you felt was restricted is now, there's a change coming. Beautiful energies to see right here in the beginning. Let's get a clarifier for the Eight of Swords, because I do believe this is something that you are healing from. There we go. So let's see for the Eight of Swords. Thank you. You got the Empress. And again, the Empress in the major arcana is ruled, the ruling planet for this card is Venus, as are you, Libra. So again, more of your strong energy coming through the major arcana cards. And the Empress is about the abundance. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit the bounty and abundance that's coming in for you. You can remove those restrictions. You know, again, it's the fear. Sometimes fear is based in our mind. There is really nothing holding you back at this point. The Empress is about the birth of something new. So there could be something new, a new idea, a new creative venture. You know, there is maybe a blossoming relationship for some of you. The Empress is about building and nurturing and watching something grow. Threes are about creativity, beauty, and expansion. So there certainly is something that you are ready to expand with. Now, maybe that is a new vision, a new job. Maybe you're thinking of traveling or moving. Maybe it's a new relationship. Could be even new ways that you look at yourself. The Empress, the energy I'm getting here is that what Spirit wants you to know, Libra, is do not underestimate your ability. Okay, because what that does is it stunts the growth. You need to recognize your value and understand completely the strengths that you have to offer, because you have a multitude of them. And by removing that restriction and that blockage, you just watch how that flow of energy changes for you. Let's get for Justice and the Ace of Wands here. Spirit guides for Libra. Something did go over here, but you know what? It wants me to get another one. Sorry, it has another message. It has two more messages. Okay, so lots of messages coming through. All right. Okay. The Four of Pentacles is the one that flipped over. It wasn't the one that really fell out. So the Four of Pentacles is about holding on too tightly. All right, so we need to release something. We need to stop holding on so tightly. I think that you have and are currently creating a beautiful foundation and strength in your life. There's a lot of success surrounding you. I think you've made some very wise business decisions. I think you're careful with your situations and your choices, but the universe is trying to really sort of send the message of, if we hold on too tightly, are we really allowing ourselves the change? So it's asking you to release something. And again, it's releasing those fears. The Eight of Swords, it's reiterating that the Ace of Swords is something that you need to release. And the number 12, the Hanged Man, no gender with the cards, is about looking at your situation or looking at yourself differently with a different lens, a different perspective. A new creative idea could be opening up, maybe about your situation and about you, about how you go about accepting opportunities in your life. I really do believe that the universe really is trying to stress to you here with just these three cards alone, is that it's time to release that sense of fear, release those limitations, and start looking at things differently. It's time to wear a different hat maybe, or maybe it's time to just take some time out to see everything in more detail, a little bit more focus. Let's get the next two cards. All right, you've got the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands. The Five of Wands can feel like a little bit of that conflict. It can be negotiations. It can be a little tug of war going on. I think that, you know, there could be some challenges with how you are perceiving an outcome in your life. Maybe it is a bit of a feeling like a little bit of a push and pull energy. We'll find out more when we clarify that. But the Four of Wands is really about that great sense of stability, creating that strong family unit. There's celebrations, happiness, freedom with this Four of Wands. So I almost feel like, although there's been something that's maybe been feeling like a bit of a conflict, there is a celebration here and a great sense of freedom. Let's clarify that Five of Wands. I'm excited to see what Spirit would like to share. I almost feel like it could be friendly competition. Somebody could be challenging you in such a way as to look at something from a new perspective. That can be challenging too. You got the Ace of Cups. So it could be a tug of war, something on your heartstrings where you feel that sort of push and pull energy. The Ace of Cups is about emotional abundance. And I think emotional abundance is certainly waiting here for you. It's time to stop fighting it. You know, it's okay to be independent, absolutely. And, you know, you can still show your emotions and still be emotionally invested into many different things in your life and still maintain your independence. I don't know why that's coming through, but it could be something that maybe that could be a blockage for someone. If that's not your message, I want you to let that one go. But I feel like I think that you have struggled with opening up, or you are struggling with really revealing your true emotions. And I feel like there's a breakthrough here. Let's get with the Four of Wands. A beautiful breakthrough moment that brings you a sense of happiness and stability. Woo, geesh. Sorry about that. That one really flew far. You got the Two of Pentacles. You see, again, I'm feeling this sense of tug of war energy. Something pulling at your heartstrings, choices and decisions, feeling like you're juggling things. Wanting that sense of freedom, wanting to explore something new in your life, but almost feeling like you're juggling maybe some options, maybe some choices and decisions. I feel like there is a victory. The choices and decisions could have something to do with a partnership or have to do with family. They could have to do with the means of your stability. It could be changes in the home for some of you as well. Let's keep going. Let's get the next two here for you, Libra. I've got two that go together. And then I just want one more. There we go. All right. Look at these beautiful energies. You, I believe, are the Queen of Swords. No gender again with that. Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. And you see the Queen of Swords is looking right at the Ten of Pentacles. This is something that's long-term. Again, you're creating an incredible base and foundation in your life. I feel like there is some truth that comes and sets you free. This can be family, money, inheritances, legacies. This can be health. This can be love. It can be, again, a building. You're building something here. You're building something for an extreme wealth and abundance and prosperity, and it continuously grows. It's like it continues to multiply. And it's done in such a way with a lot of truth. A contract could be really coming through for you at this time that is offering you something more. And maybe that something more might not necessarily be a pay increase, but maybe your benefits or some sort of investment is starting to multiply better for you as well. It could be a new agreement that you're signing. And of course, this would be a great week to get those signatures out of the way before we hit Mercury retrograde. And then you've got the King of Wands here. The King of Wands is very exuberant in their energy. They're very bold. They take risks. They are very action-oriented. The light really shines upon them because they're go-getters. They're high achievers. And, you know, they don't always think things through before they jump, but they have the ability to really feel a great sense of positivity because their willingness for adventure outweighs all of that because they're going to what they see. They have this sight line. They can see what they want, and they just go for it. So in the midst of all of that, they're able to sort of shift to bring success their way. Remember, the ultimate goal and the ultimate key message here is about success, and I'm seeing it in many different ways. Now, it could be a newfound way of looking at things that bring that success as well. Releasing yourself from something emotionally. Now, when I say that, I don't mean releasing. It's not like something emotionally is really bothering you. I think what it's more about is that it's finding a way to figure out how to express yourself emotionally. And I do feel like there is some sort of pending decision or choice. And it could have something to do with a move, maybe move of employment, move of home. The King of Wands is looking at this juggling act, right? And they're thinking to themselves, it's an adventure that it might be worth your while. You almost feel a great sense of excitement with this. Although juggling can feel a little bit off balance because, and it makes you feel a little bit off kilter, it's like the King of Wands is almost excited about what this is. So this could be, even though you feel like it's a juggling act, I feel like it's something that's quite positive. Let's see with the Queen of Swords, which I do believe is Libran energy as well. You're showing up a lot in your reading in many different areas here. And then with that 10, and then you get the Sun. Yeah, there's something extremely positive certainly hanging in the wings here for you. Number 19, the Sun energy is all about positive movement forward. Not only are you feeling positive about the choices and the momentum in which things are starting to unfold for you, but it's also your energy levels. I feel like your health is really... like your emotions, you're finally able to work with your emotions. You're able to express your emotions and communicate them. And I feel like there is something, health-wise, things are really looking good here. And I feel like if you've been looking for answers, they are very positive. Could be about you or a family member, but very positive here. And then let's get the King of Wands. Very exuberant, energized energy here. The Sun is very much a Leo energy, so it could be that type of energy. And then you get the King of Swords with the King of Wands. Could be a partnership of some sort. Could be love as well. Both very much leaders, so they both take control. So both of them are in very, very powerful positions. That you have the King and the Queen of Swords, both very intellect, very, very direct, not so much about maybe the emotions. And I think this is where, that's where there seems to be sort of that lack of emotion. And we need to figure out how you can bring, elevate your emotions a little bit more and communicate them a little bit more. The King of Wands with the King of Swords, I'm feeling like there certainly is something that you're juggling. It could be an idea or a new adventure that is presenting itself for you. It's almost like there's two ships coming in. And the waves are not too abrupt. It's not like a huge storm cloud, but it really has you thinking. And the King of Swords is really about thinking things through before acting. And as exciting as this, juggling act can be, there will be changes that will be, of course, change will be part of what happens if you were to proceed with going forward with whatever this choice or decision is. But the King of Swords is certainly going to think things through. And in fact, they could actually put a nice grounding aspect to this. Instead of running boldly with something, the King of Swords is going to think things through before making any big jumps. So you could be really thinking an opportunity through, but something seems to be very positive here, and everything sort of is pointing to that great sense of success. Let's get your additional angel message now that all the cards are down. Okay, and it is number 21. It says, recognize despair as an opportunity. So within you, you will find the gift of awakening. So again, despair can be, again, the conflict we feel with our emotions, but you're healing, okay? There's a healing energy around this. This is almost looking at things from a new perspective. The despair can be the blockages and limitations that you have maybe continuously been putting on opportunities, but that's changing because you're starting to see that through a new perspective, and that can come from your own enlightenment or maybe somebody who is in your life who has a lot of wisdom to share. It's helping you recognize that, these feelings that I'm going through, these thought processes that I'm going through are actually opportunities, and that this is actually a gift because you're starting to see things more productively as well. And this is where all of that success really lies. All right, we're going to close out your reading now. So I want you to keep aces as a very important number because you've got 1, 2, 3 aces here, and that's incredibly powerful. So I think that and 8s as well. All right, but the aces are the key to everything this week, especially with the ace over here as well. I forgot about that. So you've really got 11, 11. And then you've got the 4 of Wands, which is the 11, 11. So beautiful gateways of success. And then you've got 0909, new beginnings. So we've got some new beginnings. It's a great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment. There's endings, conclusions, and for some of you could be a very big love. It says, look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are completing something major and it feels good to level up. Close the old chapter because a new venture is really coming in for you. All right, I want to thank you so much, Libra, for joining me. I hope that this resonates. If it does, of course, please leave comments, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you and your energy. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.